Hey, what's going on, you guys? It's your man James, aka JP, back again with another Toy Room unboxing and review video. So today we're taking a look at the Super Nintendo Classic Edition or the Super Nintendo Mini. Fortunately, if you've been following this channel, you know I was able to get my pre-order in the day pre-orders went live for this thing a few months back. Today's release day. I was only able to get one. I did go to a couple other stores to see if I can get an extra one for some friends or just to keep them away from the resellers. But I was unsuccessful in that. I got to Toys R Us just a few minutes before they sold out, but they opened early. They opened, I guess, at like 9:30 because I got there at 9:45, and they were already, open and sold out. But anyways, I also picked up this wireless controller. I picked this one up for a friend. This isn't the one I wanted, but I'll have a separate review on that, so stay tuned for that. But today we're taking a look at, obviously, the main attraction here, and that's the Super Nintendo Classic Edition. Now, I love this packaging, just everything about it, the form factor, just the way it feels, the size is really nice, and when you get the nice retro style like Super Nintendo packaging, which looks amazing. So right here on the front you got the image of the Super Nintendo Mini along with the two controllers. You can see some of the games that are included. I'm sure you guys know everything as far as the games that are included and how Star Fox 2 was never officially released before, so I'm not going to get into all of that. You got Super Nintendo Entertainment System on the top, and then that classic Super Nintendo Classic text right there. Then coming to the side, you do get a little read up in a few languages, so if you do want to read that, you can go ahead and pause, and you can get the other languages as well. Then coming to the back, I really love this. You get all the artwork from all the other games right there. And you can see the full list of games if for some reason you didn't know what they were already. There they are right there. And you got the artwork for all of them, which looks amazing. And coming to this side, you get another read up. So if you do want to read that, you can go ahead and pause and take a look at the other languages as well. And then on the bottom, you don't really have anything going on, but you do got that Super Nintendo style button layout right there. And then on the top, you got the classics, which, hopefully they keep this line going and we'll have a Nintendo 64 classic, a GameCube classic. That would be awesome. But that's pretty much it for the packaging, so let's go ahead and take a closer detailed look at everything that's inside. Alright, so you got this little tab right here that you just slide out, and I want to be very careful with this packaging because obviously it's so nice. I do want to keep it, so we flip that up, and that's actually a nice touch. I don't know if you guys can really see right there. It says now you're playing with superpower on the inside flap. Let me go ahead and adjust the camera. Alright, that's much better. I had to rig my tripod to get it in this elevated stance here, but we're all good. So, you flip this flap open, then you flip these flaps right here, slide out the tray, and then that's it for the box. I also forgot to mention, I did pick up the You're Playing with Superpower magazine, which I'm going to take a look at that. I pre-ordered it from GameStop, but I found it on Amazon for $30 and it was $45 at GameStop. So I returned it at GameStop. Gonna wait, I have Amazon Prime, so that'll come in about 2 days. So stay tuned for that as well. Anyways, continuing on with the packaging here, you get this poster that we'll take a look at a little later on. And then you have everything inside. So we'll start with the boring stuff right here. So we have the Nintendo Power Brick, which it's just this like flat black, similar to the one that we got with the NES, if not the same exact one. So you got that right there. Put that to the side. And then we have the controller, which we'll take a look at right there. So there is the controller. It feels a little different from the original as far as the texture. It's got like this flat, with flat paint, that certain texture you get that's not that like glossy texture. That's what it feels like. I get like this chalky stuff coming off on my hands too. It doesn't feel bad, just feels different from the original. Then we have the other controller right here as well. Again, same exact thing. Let me bring in the original controller to do a quick comparison. Alright, so here on the bottom is the original and here is the mini. So you can definitely see a difference in color. The original is a much lighter gray. And there is a different feel as far as texture. This feels more glossy. This definitely has that matte finish to it. The buttons look identical and everything else looks identical, just the color looks different. And as far as the feel, Yeah, they feel identical other than that finish that I talked about. But the buttons, the way they feel and press, they all feel exactly the same. So now we'll take the controllers out of the way, get rid of all of this. And we have the HDMI cord and the power cord right here, which we don't care about. And then the moment we've all been waiting for, the Super Nintendo Classic Edition. We'll get this box out of the way. We'll take a look at it right there. So there it is, and it looks amazing. It looks exactly like the original Super Nintendo, obviously just a shrunken down version. On the back you have the HDMI and power ports right there. Take a quick look at everything. See Super Nintendo Entertainment System. Obviously this doesn't work. However, the power and reset button do, the eject button don't. And then I haven't tried this yet, so it's my first time, but the controller, there we go. So the controller ports go in here. These are like Wii style adapter ports right here, and that's what the original ports look like. And I believe the original ports were black. Now I don't have the original Super Nintendo, unfortunately, and I don't know why, because Super Nintendo is my favorite system of all time. I have the Retron 2, I believe, but I believe these ports were originally black, so maybe I'll look at some images and maybe I'll paint these or something. But you flip that flap down to plug your controllers in. It feels very weird. You have to like lift up and then it hangs down by this little like tab right there. So that's a little strange. I wish they could have found a way around that. But again, I don't even know if that's in right. I'll mess with that later. But this thing just looks absolutely amazing. I mean, look at that. Fits in the palm of your hand. So that is it right there. Now I have the original NES Classic Edition, so we'll go ahead and compare those two right now. Alright, and here is the NES Classic Edition. So, I mean, these things are awesome. Little miniature versions of some of our favorite systems. I wasn't the biggest fan of the NES, but the Super Nintendo, hands down, my favorite system of all time. And you can see how similar the backs are right there. So that is pretty much it, you guys. So let me go ahead and get everything back here, and then we'll go ahead and recap. Just to show off the poster that came with it, that's what you get. So you get like a little bio on some of the games, some screenshots from the games, so you can take a look right there. Alright, and there you have it, guys. There is the Super Nintendo Entertainment System Mini or Classic Edition. Overall, I love everything about this, from the packaging to the poster to the controllers to just everything. 21 incredible games that are on here, and maybe I'll do like a little tour of the menu video as well. Yeah, I think I'll do that, so stay tuned for that. And I also will do a video once I hack it to get every Super Nintendo game on here, which I can't wait for. That'll take about a week or two once they release the official program to do so. The Super Nintendo has just, in my opinion, some of the best games of all time, so I can't wait for that. So that's pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Share this video with your friends. Stay tuned for my wireless controller unboxing and review video. And that's pretty much it. So, as always, I'll see you guys next time.